My cousin and I both chose our life scripts. She chose the pampered wife script, while I chose the strong female lead script. She started as a rich heiress, while I started in an orphanage. She mocked my life of toil, unlike her who had a devoted male lead and could simply enjoy life. But at the end, her supposedly devoted male lead used her as a punching bag, begging me to spare her life. After dying in an accident while saving someone, my cousin and I were given the chance to choose our life scripts. Just a moment ago, my cousin was complaining about my meddling, but now her eyes were shining with greed. My cousin Ling Fei Shay came from a poor family, and mine was even poorer. This opportunity to choose our lives freely was incredibly tempting to both of us. Lin Fei Shi rolled her eyes, feigning cleverness, and said, "I want to read all the life scripts first before choosing the system." She hesitated, saying, "This is a blind selection." Seeing this, Lin Fei Shu immediately threw a tantrum, crying and shouting, "I lost my life saving someone. I am so kind, and I don't even have the privilege of reading a script. It is outrageous." The system, helpless, could only play them for Lin Fei Shay one by one: a villainous female supporting character script, a tragic female protagonist script, a diligent female academic script, a revenge female protagonist script, and a cannon fodder female supporting character script. All the scripts were playing before them. As Lin Fei Shu looked, her greedy gaze suddenly fixed on the pampered wife script. In this script, the pampered wife female lead was only responsible for being delicate and weak. She would live a life of unbridled pleasure, because the devoted male lead would handle everything for her. She wouldn't need to do anything. She could become the happiest woman in the world simply by relying on him. This was exactly what Lin Fei Shay had always dreamed of. Lin Fei Shay's voice trembled with excitement as she sharply declared, "I want to choose this beautiful wife script." The system switched to her, saying that scripts couldn't be chosen repeatedly. "Your merit in saving lives is the greatest, so you have priority." Lin Fei Shay immediately tensed up, afraid I would compete with her for it. My gaze, however, fell upon the strong female lead script beside me. The female lead in that script, despite her difficult fate, reached the pinnacle of life through her own efforts and wisdom. This was something I had always wanted to do. But I am too stupid. I put in the same effort as the female lead, but I just can't succeed. I softly asked the system if choosing the female lead script would also grant me her intelligence and wisdom. The system gave me an approving yet surprised look, and immediately replied, "Of course, choosing the pampered wife script will give you a devoted male lead, while choosing the female lead script will give you the female lead's talents and skills." I chose the female lead script because I wanted to pursue and fulfill my dreams through my own efforts, even if the process was fraught with difficulties. Lin Fei Shay breathed a sigh of relief, then gave me a mocking look, her tone full of pity for Yu Wangshan. "You are truly born with a lowly fate. You suffered so much in your past life, and now you have to start over." Lin Fei Shu and I were reborn simultaneously at the admissions office of Lanmu High School. The admissions officer told us, "The school only has one spot left. You two have to compete. Whoever has the better grades will get it." He then handed us 2 Math Olympiad exam papers. Lin Fei Shi snatched the papers, glanced at them, and immediately shrieked, "These are Olympiad math problems. Did you get the wrong ones? Who can solve this kind of nonsense?" The admissions officer's face darkened. Lamu High School isn't an ordinary high school. Their exams are naturally more difficult than those of other schools. If you have a problem, you don't have to take the exam. Lin Fei shut his mouth, feeling frustrated. He didn't dare not take the exam. Lanmu High School was everyone's dream school. Once you got in, you had one foot in Tsinghua University, so some people called it Little Tsinghua. He frowned as he worked on the exam paper. He couldn't understand a single question and could only scribble on it. But the moment I got the exam paper, I burst out laughing. Because I possessed the intellectual talent of a female lead. These obscure and difficult questions seemed incredibly simple to me. I quickly wrote down the answers one by one, without even needing to pick up a pen to calculate, because the process of answering the questions had already been rehearsed in my mind. When I finished the entire exam, I found several admissions officers gathered around me, their expressions excited. An older officer eagerly picked up my paper, glanced at it, clapped his hands, and exclaimed, full marks, you are amazing, young student." The other officers also smiled at me. One officer, annoyed by Lin Fei Shi's drawing, angrily said, "I don't even need to look at the paper. This spot belongs to Yu Wangshan." Lin Fei Shi couldn't answer a single question, seeing everyone praising me. My eyes were filled with jealousy and resentment. Just then a portly middle-aged man rushed in, clutching a paternity test result. Seeing Lin Fei, his eyes instantly reddened, and he trembled as he said, "My daughter, I finally found you." The man was well dressed, clearly a wealthy man. Lin Feishu's face lit up with joy. She cried out to the man, "Dad, you finally come. This lousy high school wouldn't give me their last acceptance spot." Then Lin Fei looked at me, a determined glint in her eyes. Lin Feixu's wealthy father donated a building to the school, taking away my enrollment spot. I returned to the orphanage while Lin Feixu became the real heiress, being led home in style by her rich father, Lin Qiandong. Lin Feixu sat in a pink princess car, her eyes crinkling with laughter. Lin Qiandong smiled and said, "Feixu, this is the car your fiancé, Song Jin, prepared for you. He loves you very much and has always hoped to marry you." Song Jin is the beloved wife? The devoted male lead in the script, Lin Feixu anxiously asked. What kind of person is Song Jin? Is his family rich? Lin Qiandong patted Lin Feixu's head and proudly said, "Of course he's rich. He's the son of the richest man in China with excellent grades and a bright future. If you marry him, you'll be set for life. Go enjoy your life." At his eyes turning greedy, he smacked his lips. "With the richest man as our backer, our lives will be unimaginably better." Lin Feixu's face was beaming with excitement. He grabbed Lin Qiandong's hand excitedly, saying, "Hurry up! I want to go back to see Song Jin. I don't want to stay in this wretched place for another minute." Lin Qiandong nodded hastily. Lin Feixu caught a glimpse of me out of the corner of her eye, a victorious smile spreading across her face. She waved at me from her Princess S-style car, half mocking, half smug. "Cousin, I'm going to truly enjoy my life as an heiress. I won't suffer with you. What's the point of being a leading lady? What's the use of a woman relying on herself? Relying on a man is the right path. As a pampered wife, you don't have to do anything. Just serve your husband well, and you'll get everything. It's the ultimate enjoyment in life." Lin Feixu's sarcastic words kept echoing in my ears. "Can't you ever get ahead without a man?" I didn't believe it. After Lin Feixu left, I was sent to a second-rate, ordinary high school, near the orphanage. I didn't become lazy because of my talent. Instead, I studied even harder. You could always see me on the way to the library after it closed. Almost no one was studying at the school. My diligence seemed like a joke. I heard someone scoff. They must be faking their efforts. If they really loved studying, would they come to a high school? But they didn't know that I was forced to come to this high school. The orphanage was too poor to afford my tuition. Only this high school saw my grades. Later, they agreed to let me study for free and provide me with free room and board. I wasn't afraid of a harsh environment. I knew that the environment was just a contributing factor. My own efforts were the deciding factor. Mud cannot hide the brilliance of a pearl, and darkness cannot obscure the brilliance of the stars. At the end of my first year of high school, I became the top student in my grade. No one in school laughed at me anymore. Their eyes were always filled with curiosity and envy. At the end of my second year, I achieved first place in the provincial joint examination. Everyone in school was proud of me. They couldn't help but sigh that I deserved to be so talented, excellent, and hard-working at the same time. Using me as an example, people in school no longer felt ashamed of hard work, but instead quietly began to study. At the beginning of my third year, I met the principal of Lamu High School. Tuition waived, room and board included, plus a 1 million yuan bonus. The principal of Lamu High School sincerely invited me to join Lamu's best class. On my first day, I saw Lin Feixu again. She wasn't wearing her school uniform, but rather an exaggeratedly revealing and sexy dress, showing it off to those around her. "I specially wore this for my boyfriend," she said, "and he loves it." Then she raised her arm, pointed to her enormous tattoo, and proudly declared Song Jin his name. When I showed him the tattoo, he was overjoyed. "He loves me so much." Teacher Du, who was showing me around the campus, scoffed disdainfully, saying, "He is Song Jin, he is little darling. You don't need to treat him like a classmate. Others graduate and become rich wives." I nodded, not intending to pay any attention to Lin Feixu. Unexpectedly, Lin Feixu spotted me. He swayed over to me, looked me up and down, and suddenly giggled. "You Wangshan, this isn't an orphanage. Nor is it an ordinary shabby high school. Have you come to the wrong place? This is a poor person should go where poor people stay column. High school isn't a place for you." Before Lin Fei-she could finish speaking, Teacher Du reprimanded him. Lin Fei-she, watch your mouth. Wang Xing was personally invited by the principal. Lin Fei-shu, a student in class 1, widened his eyes in shock, staring at me with displeasure. His eyes filled with jealousy and resentment. Class 1, Ya Dao, how could you possibly be in class 1? Teacher Du said coldly. Yi Wang Xing consistently ranked first, even surpassing Song Jinhee to second place. Of course she is qualified for class 1. After saying this, Teacher Du glanced lightly at Lin Fei-she, his tone icy. Unlike some people who only care about their husbands and not their studies, thus never being able to get into class 1, Lanmu High School is strong precisely because of its class 1 teachers. And unless you are exceptionally talented, you can never get into class 1. So even if Lin Fei-she is the future daughter-in-law of the richest man, she is not qualified. Teacher Du is qualified to be a class 1 homeroom teacher, not only because of his abilities but also because of his powerful background. Therefore, he is not afraid of Lin Fei-she and doesn't hold back when she speaks. Lin Fei-she's lips were white. Liao Bai looked at me with eyes full of hatred. I understood his emotional shift. Originally he didn't think much of not being able to get into class 1. Class 1 was so tough he didn't want to suffer. He'd rather spend his time figuring out how to win Song Jinhee's favor. But now, someone destined to have a worse life than him had entered class 1, and he felt extremely resentful. He was playing the pampered wife role, so he should always be better off than me. Lin Fei-she leaned close to my ear, gritting her teeth, and said, You are so smug, aren't you? You are wrong. It is just average. I have Song Jinhee. I can get in wherever I want. You'll soon understand that your efforts are worthless compared to my pampered wife advantage.